I'm very pleased to have returned to Tunisia for my 5th visit as Minister for North Africa. I've had the opportunity to see Their Excellencies the Prime Minister and the Minister for Foreign Affairs. This gave me an opportunity to say more about the very strong bilateral relationship between the United Kingdom and Tunisia, to talk about the opportunity for prosperity. There is a major conference being held in London in connection with our G8 presidency on Monday, which will be an opportunity for Tunisia to showcase itself for foreign investors. We had an opportunity also to talk about regional political issues and security issues in Tunisia, where the United Kingdom is giving full support to Tunisia's fight against terrorism, and we express our condolences for those members of the forces who have lost their lives. I've also had the opportunity today to see the leaders of major political parties, to see Mr. Ghannouchi, Mr. Chebbi, Mr. Sebsi. The United Kingdom's position is to seek to encourage the leaders of the major parties to find a compromise to the difficult constitutional issue which affects them all at the moment. We believe that this will be very much in the interest of the people of Tunisia for this compromise to be found quickly, so that the public can have confidence in their political leadership. I have enjoyed the conversations with each of the leaders, and I'm convinced that they want to find a compromise, and they will get every support from the European Union, from the United Kingdom, that once the compromise is made, to help Tunisia continue a path towards democracy, for it still remains a beacon in a very difficult region as it seeks to come to terms with its democratic issues. It sought to prescribe Ansar al-Sharia, who it believes to be responsible for these attacks. We support the government of Tunisia, as we support any government, in taking action against those who would commit terrorist and violent attacks. We aim to support in as best ways we can. We also recognise that this is a regional issue. This does not just concern Tunisia. It's essential to look at this in connection with the Sahel as a whole, with issues in Libya, and accordingly the United Kingdom is keen to encourage all the countries in the region to work together to pool intelligence and to tackle this matter between them. For these attacks in Tunisia are in a sense attacks upon all of us, including those of us in Europe, and those who are defending their people are doing a job for the rest of the international community. The role of the EU and friends like the United Kingdom will be to support the conclusions that are reached by the political leaders in Tunisia. That must be the right path. The Tunisian people and their leaders are capable of solving their own issues. They have the determination and the knowledge to do so. We will stand by them and support them. We believe a compromise soon will be very important for the future of Tunisia, and so my visit here was to encourage the leaders to come to the compromise. But there is no sense that there is any outside body that can find the answers for the Tunisian people. This is a matter that the Tunisians will decide for themselves. I must say all three leaders were very frank and very open with me, which I deeply appreciate. I'd spoken to them all previously. I'd spoken to some on the phone and some in person before. Our sense is that people do want a compromise, but of course parties have different positions and leaders have different positions. As I say, I think the role of friends from outside is to listen and to encourage. It is not for the European Union or for the United Kingdom to find an answer. This is for Tunisians to decide. But I got the impression that each understood their responsibilities to the Tunisian people. Ultimately, Tunisian people want the same as others elsewhere. They want jobs, they want opportunities, they want to be safe. They're less interested in the details of political processes than they are in the things that matter to them in life. And a politician can talk to a politician about things like that. So the leaders of political parties in Tunisia will find their way to a compromise, and we're keen to encourage them to do so. But I found them all frank and engaging and wanting to explain their position to a friend, and we want to encourage them to relate that to each other and find the answers for the people of Tunisia. When we took the presidency of the G8 this year, we were conscious that the Deauville process had not been, in our view, a great success. We wanted it to deliver more. We have therefore sponsored a number of events during the course of the year, some in relation to the development of small and medium-sized enterprises, the concept Forza, which I was able to launch here, the mentoring small business, which will be so important for the future. And the investment conference in London is another part of that G8 development. It provides an opportunity for Tunisia to showcase itself to external investors who will bring jobs and opportunities. We think this is a good thing, and Tunisia is being represented at very high level by senior ministers. So we think we have provided a positive opportunity, and we are sure that Tunisia will take advantage of that. The trade relationship between the United Kingdom and Tunisia is very good, very strong, and we see that being enhanced, and we work on that very hard. And I think that's the best. I don't think I want to get into individual opportunities being taken by others, if that's why.